What is up, bass fishing freaks? Luke Reeser here from Too Fat to Hunt Outdoors. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Tackle Tip Tuesday. Today on Tackle Tip Tuesday, I'm going to be talking about the best colors for bass fishing. Colors of crankbaits and plastics, matching your trailers with your jigs and chatterbaits. More importantly, not just colors of plastics, but I'm going to be giving you a little tip, letting you in on a little inside secret on a way that will help you think outside the box and make you stand out, make your bait stand out when you're fishing pressured waters, when you're fishing a tournament, to get bigger bites, maybe more bites, and ultimately just help you become a better bass fisherman. So stay tuned, folks. Tackle Talk starts right now. Okay folks, so when it comes to color, when picking the color of bait you're gonna throw, there's a million different things you can think of. Everybody has their own opinion of it. You know, I was always told, if you're fishing clear water, fish a natural color. Brown, pumpkin seed, green pumpkin, watermelon. If you're fishing dirty water, fish black and blue, white, chartreuse. Now, having said that, I have caught a lot of fish in clear water on black and blue. And I have caught a lot of fish in dirty water on green pumpkin. So having said that, it really just comes down to getting out there and throwing baits and seeing what the fish want. But I'm going to show you a little tip today that might help you think outside the box, okay? So when it comes to crankbait fishing, here's a pretty standard color crankbait, okay? This is a square bill 1.5 sexy shad, sexy shad color. You've seen it a million times. It's not a secret. Every company makes their version of sexy shad, okay? This is a chartreuse blackback. This is actually a lead mine lunker, and this is a fish catching machine, but that's beside the point. Chartreuse blackback is not a secret. Yes, 85% of the time if I'm throwing a crankbait, that's what I'm throwing because it works. But if you've ever thrown something like that, you're going down a bank and everybody's throwing that. Everybody's either got a white crankbait on or a chartreuse black crankbait. So I had lead mine lunkers create me some of my own custom colors. So here we go. This is a green pumpkin with a purple tail crankbait. Have you ever seen that in a store? Probably not, okay? Looks totally different than any other crankbait coming through the water. Will the fish think it doesn't look real and not hit it? I don't know. Will all the fish hit it? I don't know. Guess you'll just have to find out. Here's another one. So if you pay attention to any of my videos, you will know that green pumpkin, orange tail is one of my favorite colors to throw, whether it be a tube, a craw, a jig, whatever it is. So why not have a square bill crankbait that is that color, right? Green pumpkin, orange tail. Makes sense, right? Maybe this will just get me the edge on the water that I need. I don't know. I really haven't thrown this because really haven't had that much opportunity to throw a crankbait. Now I do, so probably this week I'm going to be throwing that a lot. So again, to touch on some of the natural baits, okay, this is a chatterbait with a tramp stamp colored sweet beaver on it. Real natural looking. It will get bit. It looks natural. Little natural looking jig right here. Mike's mini flipping jig, or Ike. Missile baits, little flipping jig here with a little green pumpkin rage bug on it. Looks really natural. I have a ton of confidence in it. It will catch fish. Same thing with this little flipping jig, black and blue with a black and blue trailer. It will catch fish. Now, if you've ever been out in the water where everybody's throwing that, you're probably going to catch fish. But do you want to take yourself to the next level? You want to catch more fish. I'm sure you've been on a bite where you're going down the bank or wherever you're fishing this, and you're flipping a jig and you're like, why are they not biting a jig today? They always bite a jig. Well, here's where you can use your creativity and think outside the box. Here is one of my favorite jigs to throw in the fall time, and I touched on this a little bit in my last fishing video called October Bass Fishing 2019. If you haven't checked that out, I'll link it in the description down below. This is a little bitsy flip jig, black and blue, with an orange trailer. Looks ridiculous, right? Not the case. So we discovered this, my buddy Squeak actually discovered this 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, I don't remember. Maybe even longer than that. He didn't have any craws in his tackle box besides one pack that he got in mystery tackle box. It was a Viola Armor Craw, and it was orange, and it had paddles like this that did absolutely nothing. And he put it on a black and blue jig, and he started spanking me. He was catching 4 or 5 fish to my 1. And I'm like, there's no way. I was like, that looks ridiculous. How is that catching fish? So I had these craws right here in my tackle box that I'd never used, but I got them at Walmart for $1.96 a bag. And they're just a Yum Craw Bug, is all they are. Real basic, do absolutely nothing, but they look really natural. So I put one of them on and I started catching fish, and I was close to keeping up to him. They like that bio a lot more than they like that, but anyway, so me and Owen replicated that pattern again the next week out at the same lake, and we killed them. You know, we were both going down, up and down the banks, just lighting it up using these, and it was a fall deal. And I found that in the fall, that works a lot of times. I don't know what it is about fall time in this black and blue with orange, but it really does work. Never would have thought to do this. So thinking outside the box, sometimes just try something different. This is one of my all-time favorite jigs to throw. This is normally I like black and blue, but this is Okeechobee Craw, and this is a green pumpkin red flake rage bug, and I dipped the tails black. So you got all kinds of colors going on here. You got red, you got black, you got green pumpkin, you got blue, you got a little bit of brown, and it's a destroyer. And if you go back and watch any of my videos from this summer, you will see me throw this jig a lot, even in the springtime. Thinking outside the box. One of my custom colors from my brother-in-law's swim jig box, right there. Chartreuse with blue. What does that look like? Doesn't look like anything, right? Fish catching machine. Here is another secret. On the Mississippi River, at least, black and blue with a white trailer. That doesn't look like anything. I'm telling you what, this is a fish catching machine right here, and this has won a lot of tournaments on the river. Black and blue with white. Doesn't make sense, but it just gets bit. And here, probably one of my top secrets that I've really never showed with anybody, and I'm going to show it with you today because I want you to see what I'm talking about. This is a black and red chatterbait with a black blade, and I got a black and blue D-bomb on there for a trailer. Looks absolutely ridiculous, redonkulous, but it's a fish catching machine. I don't know what they think it is, why a fish would bite those colors. It clashes so much and looks so redonkulous, but it just gets bit. And do I always do this? Absolutely not. I will 9 times out of 10 start with something natural. But once in a while, when the bite gets tough, switch it up. Like I said, this orange and black and blue, I only do that in the fall. My secret chatterbait, I do that a lot of times in the year when the bite's really tough. Next time you're out bouncing a jig around, flipping a jig around, and you just can't get bit, or you notice the guy in front of you is throwing a black and blue jig and you're going in behind him, take that black and blue trailer off and tie on an orange one, or tie on a red and black one, and flip every stick that he flipped in front of you. Guarantee you're going to catch a fish. Don't be afraid to think outside the box and try something different. Just because it doesn't look right don't mean a bass isn't going to eat it. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that now. Hit the bell so you get notified every time I put out a new video. Destroy that thumbs up button. Luke Reeser signing off. Always remember, you're never too fat to fish.